In a gaming room somewhere in Hong Kong, a team of young protesters dressed in black bloc have agreed to meet. They are what is known as frontliners. Last year, they were active in the city's anti-government protest movement. They took to the streets in their thousands. In Hong Kong, activism is unconventional, protests fast-moving and leaderless. To some, the tactics, the collaboration, resemble multiplayer online gaming.
The Hong Kong protest evolution was just so quick. It was quicker than any protest movement you could have seen before. We learned a lot from the games, and also from real life in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong has one of the most innovative protest movements in the world, but many of the young people on the front line say that some of their strategies and ideas, they come from computer games.
This game is called League of Legends, and it's liked by lots of the younger generation. I personally think, since it has a map and objectives, it's like during a protest.
In Hong Kong, more than 1/3 of high school students play 3 hours of online games a day. 10% of primary school students are said to suffer from gaming addiction. For some, gaming is a way of life, but real-world divisions have also played out in the virtual world. Last year, Hong Kong gamers dressed as protesters in Grand Theft Auto 5 and started a mass violent campaign. They were met with mainland Chinese players dressed as riot police. Bella is a former protester. She agreed to speak to us under the conditions of anonymity.
There
are some correlations between playing games and the actual protests. For example, you can learn a lot of strategies from playing. During the protests, you are like the protagonists inside the games, fighting against rivals, trying to run to escape. It's quite the same.
Protesters, she says, learn from their mistakes, like in games, and adapt.
Some scenarios in the games, like standing off against rivals, are similar to protesters standing off against the police. But you also learn from failed missions and look at what worked and apply it to the next protest.
Since the introduction of a new national security law, Hong Kong has seen fewer organised mass demonstrations. There have been more than 10,000 protest-related arrests since last year. More than 1,000 are under 18.
What is the difference between reality and the virtual world? Well, in reality, when you fail, you can't restart and complete again. You might get injured in a protest, or put in jail, or even killed. The consequences in real life are more serious. You would need to face the consequences as a team, not just on your own. It's not like in a game, where you can replay after you fail. You can try at limited times. In reality, you just have one chance.